don't know about that. But he actually said that. And when he said the thing about the music, and the white dude said the thing about the music, he was like, was it something, like you said, he was like, was it something that, they created here because of the struggle? And this black older woman, it's like, yeah, that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like totally pissed off because she said that. Because I'm thinking, you should take a bit more pride in yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You should take a bit more pride in yourself. I mean, for me, black dude, or as a white person, to look at a black person and think that their history started 1619 in this country is fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I come from a lineage that's hundreds of times older than anything in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's traceable. Now, Europeans come from a lineage just as old. And see, that's the disingenuous thing about Christianity, because it made you all forget.
And
it made you all forget.
Completely erased it.
See, these people were from a deeper root.
Yeah.
Separated.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Latins, who became Romans, were from were a different group. Solely different. Like when we learned about mythology in school, we learned that Zeus' Roman counterpart is Jupiter. And we learned that the Romans got it from the Greeks.
Yeah.
But the Romans didn't consider themselves getting it from the Greeks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because what they represented was part of a larger. Both had roots in a much older paradigm. You see what I'm saying?
So you need to clear this up, and I think we were actually talking, Karis, about, or I don't know when it was, but that, because Greece had colonies in Rome.
In Italy.
In Italy, right? And then, you had the Etruscans who were over there.
Yeah, they ruled the Latins for a while.
What was that?
They ruled the Latins, actually.
Yeah.
For a while.
And so, like, where were the Romans from? Or, like, did they start in a part, like, what their origin
They were, they'll say the whole Romulus and Remus thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's the same thing as like, same way we do Adam and Eve, to be quite honest.
Yeah, exactly. It's their creation.
Their myth. You know what I'm saying? Their creation story. Like you said, that's a better one, because myth has a bit more meaning. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's their creation story. But they were indigenous people. They were basically Etruscans. Basically the same people. Who had the Etruscan language and Latin language were similar. You know what I'm saying? But they were tribes. Like they say the same. The lack of homogeny when I talk about the Fulani and the Maninka, or let's say the wolf and the Maninka, or Mendinga as we say it in English. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? When we look at them, and if I listen to their language and you listen to their language, they're pretty much the same. Well, it would be the same with the Etruscans and the Latins. Pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? They were pretty much the same. Now to say that the Romans came from the Greeks is disingenuous, because Macedon, you know what I'm saying, who had perfected the phalanx, through Philip, you know what I'm saying, Alexander's father, lover of horses. They spoke Greek, but they weren't Greek proper. They weren't Greek Athens, Sparta, Corinth. You know what I'm saying? They were from like near the Black Sea, Macedon. You know what I'm saying? So they perfected the phalanx, or however you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to perfect that. Now the Romans adopted that war pattern. You know what I'm saying? They adopted that. So to say that, they ain't coming, it's kind of,
what
I'm saying?
I was just saying in terms of the word, like just of the language, right? And so they adopted that, and I always was taught, so I don't know.
Yeah, we were all taught that.
That was like the Roman gods were essentially the same.
Yeah, and they are essentially the same. Yeah. But so are the Sumerian gods, and so are the
exactly.
You get the Canaanite gods.
So say we're maybe at a midpoint of rediscovering, this point of all this confusion, and hopefully then coming back around.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way it's going to work, but you have to look at the whole picture, and you got to kind of question everything you fucking been told. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, there was no comfortable period between being being Greek and then becoming Roman.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when Alexander, one of the greatest people ever to walk the planet, you know what I'm saying? And like a lot of historians, who are, who may be termed Afrocentric and shit, they may talk negative about Alexander. Alexander was a monster. You know what I'm saying? And Alexander wasn't a racist. Man, he didn't give a fuck. He wasn't a racist. He went down there and stomped the shit out of the Greeks. You know what I'm saying? I read that book. I read a book called Ancient History. I think I was in the 4th grade. I stole the book from the library. And I regret stealing the book I do. I regret it because somebody else could have read the book. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like when I stole it, I didn't think anything of that. I was like, because I was a fucking child. Like we were talking about outside the child. I didn't care. You know, I wanted to read the book. You know what I'm saying? I had the book for years, and I ended up losing it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it just showed, like Alexander, Philip. I mean, I talked about this shit when I was like in the 4th and 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? And it was amazing to me. And it was amazing that I could go when I finally take world history in the 10th grade, in the 8th grade rather, and they talk about how Alexander was a Greek. I'm like, no, he wasn't. He was a Greek. He was Macedon. You know what I'm saying? When they showed shitholes in the Greeks. The shitholes in them. For real, the Greeks fought with the Persians initially. Quite a few Greeks fought with the Persians.
Alexander, Alexander, I thought of as Persian.
Yeah, Alexander was Macedon. Alexander, his father was Philip of Macedon. Macedonia, present-day Macedonia. But the genetic stock in Macedonia who would like to claim to be not really any more related to him than a French person would be related to Charlemagne. Or even less so.
Yeah.
Less so than a French person. Far less so, as a matter of fact, than a French person. You know what I'm saying? Is there, but they don't claim it. And that's great, you know what I'm saying? Because the fact is, but the thing is, what we overlook is anybody can do it. If he can do it, anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at human beings like it's something different about these people. Something different about these people. Something different about these people. And it's not. Based on a certain circumstance, you get the same thing.
So the only thing that transcends it then is, a bit of recognition about that, or just the ability to interact with people.
Yeah, like you said earlier when we were talking outside, it's about knowing it.
Yeah.
Once you know it, if you know it, or like you said, if you look at yourself, what were we talking about? It was like
it's the whole binding to your own story.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes that keeps you from other people.
Right.
Depending on
that's the whole Jew thing. That's the whole thing in the Bible right now. The whole thing in the Bible is about supposedly about the lineage of people who call themselves Jews. Yeah. And they made themselves the one when everybody else is the other. Yeah. How much sense does that make? We're talking about a very small strip of fucking land in fucking Phoenicia, I say, Lebanon, Pakistan, or Israel, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And that small group of people are the chosen people and everybody else is other. Yeah. I always had a problem with I'm a Gentile. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that. Whoa, wait a minute. You got a few of y'all, and there's a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? We're all denying. But the whole biblical thing is based on that lineage. Well, it's a fiction that they chose to believe. Yeah. And your modern day Jew, to be quite honest, has very little actual genetic affiliation with the people.
Oh yeah.
Just like the Macedonians, even if they're from there, because I've had people arguing, they're like, well, no, I've traced my genetics back, and it's been proven that I'm related to people who live in Israel now. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Did they live there before the British Empire came in and made room for them?
Yeah. Goddamn, World War II. It did it. Dang, that's what did Israel. You know what I'm saying? Even before that, it was a cosmopolitan. That's the reason why it was hot. It highly contested, a highly contested landmark simply because of its proximity in the Mediterranean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was like the gateway to the east. It was the gateway to the riches of the east, and it still is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's still fought over. Yeah. Still fought over. You know what I'm saying? But now it's given other names to fight over for with Christianity and with now Judaism and Islam, but before with the Crusades, which helped homogenize Europe. Christianity and Islam. And Islam is a form of Christianity. Yeah. And that's the wildest shit because ain't now nigga a Muslim gonna say that shit. Yeah. But it is. It's the same fucking religion. Well, you have some. I gotta take that back. I learned that from somebody. Somebody put that to me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to believe it because I was a Muslim. I consider myself a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The whole, I was like, that's my initial interest in Arabic laid in that I thought that it was the language of God. I believed even. You know what I'm saying? But it got to the point, I started thinking. You know what I mean? It's different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming at this emotionally from a belief standpoint. I'm coming at it from, a thinking man standpoint. And, you got to see it for what it is. It's Christianity. Islam is Christianity. Jesus is mentioned in the Quran more than anyone else. Yeah, Jesus is mentioned in the Quran more than Muhammad. Yeah. Far more. There's a book in the Quran called Miriam about Jesus' mother. Well, it's not really about her, but she's the title of the book, Suratu Maryam. Yeah. It's not a book in the Quran about Amina, who was Muhammad's mother. Not one single. I don't even know if she's mentioned in there, to be honest. Sure. You know what I'm saying? But there's no book about her.
Yeah.
There's no book in there about Muhammad, but there's a book about Mecca.